All right. Hey, get off your phone, dude. 3, 2, 1, 0. Do you say 0 or is it just...
No, you don't say 0, fool.
In a world where writers, directors, producers, and actors are all fighting to get their films made, comes a podcast that gets into it like no other podcast has ever gotten into it before. So, this summer, hang on to your laptops, because this time, there's no rewrite. Starring Mark Ice Roberts, Rod Tuddy Rinks, and on the ones and twos, Justin Wings Nichols. Let's get into it. Rated R. Under 17. Not permitted without a parent.
I wanted to play that trailer because, first of all, it's very well written.
Thank you.
And extremely well produced.
You're welcome.
And I think it's really cool. Someone that listens to the podcast said the other day, hey, how come you're not starting the podcast with the trailer? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Mandaharo?
Mandahanu, dude. He's one of our 5 listeners. Come on.
But,
don't break his balls.
I know.
A dick.
Well, did I get his name wrong? Manduhanu.
Manduhanu.
Right. He also did the artwork.
Shout out to Mandu.
But I love that trailer. I think we should start the show every week with it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it.
All right. I'm really excited about the show today because you are our special guest.
Damn it. Oh, we actually have somebody else, too.
We have a special guest, Davie Dave.
Davie Dave.
What's happening, fellas?
Davie Dave, he also played Flaco.
He also played Flaco in your movie. Right?
Made in Mexico. That's right.
Orale.
We have you, Rod Tuddy Rinks, myself, Ice Roberts. And we have Wings Nichols.
Wings Nichols. Right. He was Wings the other day at the golf tournament.
Did you have any wings at the golf tournament?
No, they didn't have any there. Ate a lot of food. Regretted it later.
It was just so that people know, we're talking about the Mario Lopez Golf Classic. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
At the Lakeside Country Club in...
that place is awesome.
Toluca Lake. It was amazing. What a good time. All of us buddies got together.
Yeah.
And played.
You'll love this, Roberts. I got hit up about somebody looking to see what I'm doing next.
Really?
Already.
Dude.
Can you believe that?
That's how it happens, though. That's how it happens. When you're working on a project, people get excited about what you're doing next.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, how much you got?
The wrong thing to say.
I know. I did. I said, hey, I got this really cool short based on this feature I wrote, blah, 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 blah. He said, send me the short. Then he took me through. He actually is a member there. We went in, and he was showing me all some like the old school stuff in there. It was really cool.
How did you play?
Really cool.
How was your scoring at the tournament?
Was it Al Borland?
No. Who? It's Bing Crosby.
What?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know golf. I played horrible. What do you want? I drank calidads and smoked cigars. That was about it.
Did you drink Casa Mexico?
No. I couldn't be drinking Casa Mexico at 10 in the morning, bro.
Dude, people did. Did you, Davie?
Believe me.
Oh,
did you, Wings? Did you have any Casa Mexico?
I had one shot in the morning. A lot of beers, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, dude. I had a great time. I couldn't move the next day, but overall, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think he had a very successful tournament, raised a lot of money for St. Joseph's, and it's a good thing. The reason I'm excited today, and I want to go back and tell people how this happened, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it did start off sort of like wink, wink, you're doing a $10,000 movie.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 11 shows into the podcast, and you have now completed the film.
One pickup day.
For the most part, if you died tomorrow, can the film be finished?
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go. You're done.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I saw some of the videos at the tournament, actually.
Dude, amazing.
It's not shitty.
It looks
no. It's not.
And Lilo, I got to tell you, he changed up the whole dynamic of this film. He came with so much gravitas and was so like legit in playing this character that the comedy, it's situational comedy now as opposed to like slapstick kind of comedy where he would be saying like silly shit.
Right.
No, dude, he came legit. He came correct.
But you know that a lot of comedy is based in drama.
Yeah, of course.
Right? If you play something straight, it's more funny than if you're trying to make a joke of it. Let me just go back for a second. You started this with your executive producer, Weiser, who saw talent in you because you're always talking about movies, you're always writing, you're always shooting. He finally said, I'm going to cut you a check right now, right this moment.
Yep.
And I want you to go do El Chingon Lives, which is now called
Made in Mexico.
Made in Mexico.
Yeah.
So he believed in you, and he cut you a check. You finished the script. You made a deal with somebody to co-direct with you and to finance a portion of your movie.
Right.
That sort of fell out, but you kept your side of the bargain, and this guy is co-director with you.
Right.
And he's going to come up with some money from what I understand. You may or may not take it. That's fine.
Right.
You went out and shot 40% of the movie.
Right.
Then you met Lilo.
Right.
You asked him to be in it. He said yes.
Yeah.
You wanted someone else. I suggested Joey Medina. You ended up going with him.
Yep.
Another great actor.
Yep.
Then someone heard about all this commotion about your movie.
Yep.
That someone being Mario Lopez.
Right.
He turned around and said, wait a minute, how come you're not asking me to invest in your movie? Then he gave you money, and now he became an executive producer of your film.
Yeah. His words to me were, Tootie, do you still need money? I said, no. He said, what if I gave you money? I said, well, that'll work. And he put out his hand. He said, I'm executive producing with Weiser then.
That's
amazing. I said, done.
Yeah. So he heard about it. He saw the action. He saw the actors coming on board. Yep. You got your money. He's going to be in it. This is exciting, man. This is the anatomy of an independent film. So then I'm gonna guess Weiser talked to him, said it's going to be good. Tootie's got real talent.
Yep.
This is the real deal. Mario watches it.
Deal.
Got the Sonic, whatever that distribution deal ends up being great. So then Mario comes on board. Now you got an executive producer with a name. Right. And Mario's exec producing stuff for Netflix, and we're doing a Christmas movie. I mean, this is a real producer, the real deal, with tons of connections.
Yep.
So you got him. You got Weiser, who's a very talented, smart guy. You've got Davie Dave in it. You've got
Uncle
Lilo
Paulie.
in it. You got Uncle Paulie in it. You got all
Joey
these great
Medina.
characters. And I'm doing this so that people that want to do this can hear clearly how it's working.
Yeah.
You wrote, you're directing, you picked what everyone's wearing, you are involved with getting the donuts and the coffee in the morning.
Hotel rooms, flights.
Paying for people like cash right there when they show up, doing the releases, catering, everything.
Everything. And then I had to know my lines. And kind of like, we had a script supervisor, but since I wrote it, I was like, everybody would look to me.
So when someone needed to be on set for the next scene and they needed to be in a certain costume, who was telling them?
I was running in 100-degree weather in Orange County to go to where our holding area. We had a little casita that had AC, and that's where everything was: makeup, hair, wardrobe. And so then I would run back. I'll put it this way: Monday night, when I finally laid down in the hotel room, I was so exhausted and dehydrated that everything cramped up on me. I was up at 3 a.m, fucking pacing, and Uncle Paulie woke up. Hey, you all right? I go, no, I'm fucked, but you got to do what you got to do.
How much money have you spent on the movie so far?
$9,600.
Okay, $9,600. Wow. Davie Dave, you were there.
I was.
How did it feel? Did it feel like a movie?
It did. I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you.
What'd you expect?
But when I showed up and I saw everybody, like, hey, I was like, yo, everyone is really serious right now, and legit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. And then Tootie showed up. Everybody got in their places, and the makeup lady was already ready to go.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. We're setting up. Here we go. And then Weiser popped in. He started showing the location, and I saw the back pool. It looked like a resort. I was like, okay. And then Ron Lee was over there
doing his thing,
scheduling his shots. Yeah. Blocking all his scenes.
So then they handed you your wardrobe and said, this is what you're wearing.
There we go.
And then you went and changed. And
showed Tootie, hey, man, you still good with this? Yeah, absolutely. Those were my clothes.
Yeah. Lilo's I brought. All right, I bought all his shit.
Wait a minute. Those were your clothes?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Vaquero
things, right? So when you showed up for the first scene that you were going to be in,
right?
How did it work?
Yeah, Tootie put a little scene together, which was the 4 vaqueros.
So Lilo was in the scene with you?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Did it feel different? Like when you guys were in a scene together, did it feel like this guy was the real deal?
Well, let me tell you, this guy said, okay, without even him acting or being on camera first, like he really set the tone. Hey, say, hey, not in so many words, but this is what we're doing. I'm here to party. Yeah. And by partying means let's get down to business.
Yeah.
And he set the tone. And so, hey, we kind of followed that. We felt the vibe. And we played off of him.
Did you feel that energy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actors are great, dude.
As soon as he showed up, it's like, someone turned the light switch on. Yeah. It's like, okay, here, now let's. We're here.
That's amazing. I saw a piece of it.
Yeah.
Weiser showed it to me because I was partners with him in the golf tournament.
Yeah.
And he was so proud of it. He turned to me and goes, hey, you got to see this. And he played it. And I saw Lilo walking towards the camera. And then he sits down next to your character. and he does his whole shtick, you know, but there's something about the eyes of an actor. Like when they are when they're in their world doing their thing, you know, you could really feel it. And I'm proud of that guy. I don't know him personally.
Great guy.
But I've seen his work. I was a fan of his without knowing I was a fan. You ever watch something and then later go, oh, wow, I really like that character in that movie or that TV show. And I remember every time I had seen him, I had really liked him a lot. So I'm really happy that he's actually turned up the heat a little bit in the film and he's going to make this great because what you're doing is not an easy thing. $9,600. You got most of it in the can. You got an executive producer who's on national television every day, on the radio, syndicated every day across the United States. You've got an actor who was on massive shows seen by millions of people. You've got a platform, and you've got Joey Medina, who's doing comedy across the nation every day. That is not a normal thing. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, fellas. You know what really helped me through it, though, because the night before, I had to work that Sunday, so I didn't get out of there till late. I had somebody pick up Lilo, take him to the hotel. My Uncle Paulie was coming up. I had my Uncle Paulie meet him at the hotel to spray tan him so he can be super tan.
He looked great.
He looked great. And so I was loading up my car with props, wardrobe, my stuff, and with my wife, and I was so fucking tired. And I got in my car, and she kissed me and hugged me and said she's proud of all that stuff. And I started thinking, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be 45 years old. What am I, you had that moment, you know those moments where you're like, what am I doing right now? You know, like what?
That's
you know,
true.
But then I was like, but then inside of me,
I'm
the
having
fire.
that moment right now.
Yeah, well, I have it all up. But then I thought about when we had Ben Bray on, and he was telling me $8 million, movie El Chicano, and how towards the end it came down to him and his son, Guerrilla Styles, out in East LA picking up shots with no permit, like doing what you got to do to get the product, to get your films in your vision.
And I remember Roberts telling you, hey, man, just do it, dude.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Just get on it. Go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I will, though, like Weiser told me after the first day, he looked over at me. And I guess my performances were pretty good.
Really good.
I was hanging with Lilo.
You're okay.
It was okay. But you know what? It was all kind of playing into my character because I was so fucking stressed out wearing all these hats that my character and the thing is
frazzled.
stressed. Yeah, he was
frazzled.
Stressed. Yeah, he's a stressed out guy.
So you used it.
I used it. I didn't have to do anything other than like just think about shit. It's already 4 o'clock. I haven't fed these people, and it's hot as hell. And then Lilo's delivering his lines, and I'm looking at him, and the line just came out, and I guess it read perfect because I was so stressed. But production coordinator, he said, next time, dude, spend $100, find somebody, pay him $100, $120 a day.
Get yourself a PA.
Get somebody who's gonna so you're not sprinting from the back to the front. To get somebody to wardrobe them, get them in makeup, and then sprinting back to block it, to run rehearsal.
The issue is for the amount of money that you're doing this for, you have to be everything.
No, absolutely.
You just have to.
Absolutely. And you know what? The great thing about this, too, is I was able to keep a lot of my vision, right? Like, I knew what I wanted Armando Ochoa to look like. I knew the story. The only thing that I didn't know is I kind of pictured him kind of like El Guapo from Three Amigos, and that's kind of how I wrote the script. And when I first met with Lilo and he was asking me questions about how I saw this character, and he started doing these different his interpretation of what he thought after reading the script, and it was so good that I was like, yeah, but kind of throw in some comedy, and he kind of looked at me, and go, oh, okay. And it wasn't until we got on, like Dave was saying, like when we got on set and he carried so much weight that everybody just watched him, and he was so convincing that the comedy it changed up the whole night. We had to rewrite the script as we're shooting stuff. We're saying we were Xing 2-3 pages of dialogue, saying this doesn't do anything for it. It doesn't deliver right. If he says it like this, let's just keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like let him do his thing.
He's your straight man, though. You know, there's going to be a lot of comedy around that.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
There's so much comedy in it when we're making the movie within the movie. It's so over the top and silly. And like he's great in that, he brings the humor.
He played it perfect. Dude.
Yeah, he played it perfect.
If you're listening to this podcast, here's how it works for you. You have to create a moving train to your project. If you don't, your project will not go anywhere. Yeah. You created a train that started like really slow. You had nothing. You had no actors. You just had a dude that believed in you that gave you a check for some money.
Yeah.
And then you positively started kind of moving forward. Then people started saying, hey, what are you doing? Hey, then we started talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Then that train grew and people jumped on, and then a little bit more money. Then things fell apart.
Yeah.
When we were talking about the director who was going to put a little bit of money in and didn't.
Yeah.
And then someone else jumped on.
Yeah.
Then someone else jumped on. Then you got Mario. Then all of a sudden, boom, it's a real
Now it's
thing.
running.
But a breathing thing doesn't happen like that unless you start. And yeah, you're going to go home and you're going to lay down in bed and you're going to be like, what am I doing? Like, there's no one on this. I just lost the money. You were at a point where you had lost the money.
Yeah.
You didn't have it. You had Lilo. You
Yeah.
didn't know how you were going to pay him. And then you woke up the next day, the sun came up.
Yeah.
And you made it work. And boom, here you are.
I'm thinking my $10,000 movie, when it's all said and done, is probably going to be a little under 20.
Yeah. And I think
to do it right.
you have, if you can find yourself an editor that's done some stuff that's on a break for a little bit, that has the time. Don't find anyone who's working that says, I'll give you some time after my job. Don't do that.
What about like a kid from like film school or something?
Yeah.
Are they too low budget? Or
Well,
not really.
That's you can use that for your string out, and maybe they'll end up doing math.
That's kind of
I'm just trying to find cheap ways.
Well, that's Kamani. That's that's basically what I'm using.
If the way you do it is you just keep moving, you just got to keep moving. You will get your project done, but you got to keep moving. You ended up with a miraculous group of people.
Yeah,
an amazing producer team, and next week we're going to bring in Clay Epstein, who's a foreign distributor. Maybe you get yourself a foreign distribution deal.
I'm actually going to meet. Guess who I'm going to meet after this? Mr. Joel C. High.
He's
and
going to
Sammy.
help you out, my man.
Yeah, Sammy. I'm assuming it's a woman.
Yeah, it is.
It is Sammy. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm meeting with them. They love the script. They read it. They want to be involved.
Show them a little scene.
So I'll show them some stuff, and then
get yourself a composer and make it happen.
You know what's interesting too is I found out some new information
About what?
about one of our executive producers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's good. So Weiser, the day of, Weiser started breaking into like beats, and he started like he was like, "Well, this isn't working." Like, well, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you're just like our EP. What do you mean? This is your house. We're shooting." Well, but I knew he knew what he was talking about.
Yep.
And I knew that years ago he wanted to be a filmmaker. I didn't know how much of how far along he went, but he had told me he wrote a short film, it got produced, and then he wrote another film that won some festivals. So it's almost like life imitating art with my story, right? So the last day of production, we wrap. The hotel we had was bad, and I had everything there at his house. And I said, "Hey, bro, would you mind if I just crash in the guest house?" That's where our home base was. I go, because I got to load up in the morning. I got to pick up Lilo. He goes, "No, not at all." So I go, "All right, cool." So we pick everything up. He goes, "Hey, you want to go inside and have a cup of tea?" And his wife's in there. She's been there the whole day. She was great. She was helping out. So I'm sitting there with the wife, and she starts telling me how for about 5 years he was obsessed with screenwriting and filmmaking, and he wanted to be a director, and he read every book, and he read scripts and this and that. And I was like, what? So he knew what he was talking about. Then he comes in, we start talking. She goes, "Yeah, you really kind of sparked something inside of him that's been laying dormant for all these years. It's his passion. Like, this is his love. This is his passion."
That was really cool to see, by the way.
Did you see it?
He spun some gems, dude. I was like,
did,
wow.
right?
And it came out clean.
Yeah. And now our conversation is a little different, because after that we were talking, and he goes, because he wants to retire in a couple of years. I said, "Maybe this is your second act turn, player."
Retire?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
He's
dude,
like 37 or something, isn't he?
No, he's 40. Well, he's like my age.
Anyway.
I ain't retiring for like another 20 years.
So he wants to retire, and he said, "What?
Yeah."
What did he say?
And he said, "I go, this is like your second act turn. Let's make some movies. Let's keep going." And he's about it.
He was.
Yeah, it sparked something inside of him.
Dude, it's an amazing story. We're not done with it. If you're listening, go to the Instagram page. We got some pictures of the wardrobe. Davie Dave's on there.
Yes,
you guys are all on there. It's pretty cool.
Davie Dave is going to come on too on board. He's going to help us with social.
What?
Yeah.
Got you, player.
Nice.
Yeah. And
dude, we need all the help we can get. We're very indie here too, bro. This is like an indie movie thing happening in
so that
here.
means lunch on Roberts today every week. Sometimes coffee.
That's good though. We appreciate that. I think.
course.
Well, you're a genius in your area. You have a Instagram page, right?
Yeah, dude. I make memes, dude.
Yeah, I mean, still,
It's not that crazy.
They're
but
funny though. I laugh my ass off.
see,
Dude,
look
but
at
that
Nichols
takes
right
a
here. Okay.
skill. That takes skill. I don't even know.
I still have to write them.
I barely, and that's what I mean. You got to write them. You got to figure out what's funny.
There's a couple one-hit wonders in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, dang, that one took off.
Oh, like you didn't know.
See, but sometimes it's the ones that I don't even think these aren't funny, and then I put it out and like, oh dang, and this got the most response. And then the ones you really think about don't do anything.
Is there one that pops out in your mind as being like a really fun one, or one that surprised you, or one that you got the most response on? Is there one?
I'd have to go back and
really, you can't even think of one
not off
right
the
now?
top, because there's so many. There's like 7,000 posts, dude.
Yeah, but that's all creative, though. I mean, think about
It's
what
amazing.
Frankie Quinones was saying about Creeper. You know,
Remarkable.
Creeper just kind of spun to life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in his homie's backyard. It's filmmaking, same thing. Jokes that I had written fell flat. Like me and Weiser were both convinced that this one joke about smizing and all this stuff was going to be great. And it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the kicker that we thought it was going to be. But some of the other stuff that we didn't think was going to be funny ended up being hilarious.
Yeah, it's all in the delivery sometimes. But I agree. I think what you do is really interesting. I mean, look, we're in 2019 and memes are all the rage.
I think it's the shortest way to somebody's attention span these days.
That's a good way to
give
put
me
it.
2 sentences in a funny picture.
Yeah,
We're gonna
video.
be obsolete soon, bro. I mean, doing a movie that's 90 minutes long seems like the wrong way to go.
I think the 60-minute movie is going to come back. To be personally honest with you, I think
the
shorter
$1
the
million
better.
movie.
Well, 60, because you go on like a platform, you see an hour and a half. You're like, I don't have an hour and a half. You see 59 minutes. You're like, oh, I can throw this in. I got about like an hour.
This is all to be continued. We're not done. This is good. We're going to be at the premiere of this movie. We're going to be at the
How long
premiere
is
of
your
this
movie gonna
movie.
be?
Shit, that's the problem.
90 minutes.
Well, yeah, we're shooting, but my script was 97, but we literally were just slicing pages of dialogue.
You got 4 minutes of credits. You got a couple minutes of credits at the beginning. You got 4 minutes of credits at the end. So that's 4, 5, 6. You're going to add 6 to whatever you're about to say. So let's say what, 75?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll end up with 81 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Do I need 81 or 84?
You might need 84 for foreign distribution because they require a certain length, but you can always add a scene for your foreign version and then keep it small for your current. You're going to be on a platform that probably doesn't have a requirement, so you're good.
And the pacing's good on this, so it's going to move quick. There's really no lulls.
Well, we will see. To be continued. I just talked to Mario. He said he was going to be on the show. So as soon as this is done and he watches
He's
it,
going to be on this show.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to bring him on here, and he's going to tell us what he thinks, what his position was, and hopefully he can confirm some of these positive things that we're talking about.
Weiser wants to be on too. He told me.
Oh yeah, let's bring both executive producers will
Both
come on the
executive
show, and we'll learn a
producers,
little something, dude. This is great.
Can I get fired in that podcast or no?
Can you get? Well, you're producing this, dude.
Could the two EPs go? Look, it's not working out with you.
Get fired from your movie?
From my movie?
Oh no, I don't think you can.
I can't, right?
No, but I want to talk. I want to talk about something really important. If you're, a lot of times when you're raising money, small amounts of money, what happens is you'll raise, let's say, $5,000 for a movie or whatever you're going to do, and then you'll start to wonder, well, how am I going to pay people back? Now, we went over this on an earlier show, but I'm going to explain to you why everyone needs to get the same amount based on your investment. The historical pie of a movie is split 50-50.
Yeah.
So there's 50% that goes to the talent, which means director, producer, writer, actors.
But that's a fee, right?
No, it's 50% of the 100% of the movie.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not a fee. It just goes whatever profits the movie makes on the 50 side.
Right.
Now, on the money side, there's a whole 50% of the money, right? So there's 50% to talent and entertainment and all these guys, and there's 50% to strictly money executive producers, whoever puts in dough. Now, if your movie costs $10,000 and 2 people put in the money, it's $5,000 a piece.
Yeah.
How much does each person get?
25%.
They said there'd be no math.
I'm good. You see how I was good.
So they get
4/4 of the dollar player.
They get 25% each, right?
Yeah.
So if you do your movie and someone pays you $20,000 for that movie, 10,000 of it goes immediately back to your investors. No one makes anything, and then there's 10,000 left over, right?
Right.
That 10,000, 5,000 goes to the creative side, and 5,000 goes to the money side, and that gets split up 2 ways, so they get $2,500 each. This is just make up numbers, right? So, assuming you have success with your movie, and one person gets 40% of the money side, they decide they're keeping 40, and they're just going to get you your money back for the other guy that put in 5. How do you think that's going to sit?
Not well.
It's not going to sit well, right? Because you've succeeded.
Yeah.
Everyone should be getting the equal amount. Now, if you were with the SEC and we were raising money legally and there was 20 people involved in this investment, you would have to, by law, give everybody the same amount according to their investment.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you'd be in trouble with the SEC.
Yeah.
So my rule is like, whether I'm doing it with 20 people or with 2 people, is that whoever is putting in the money gets the money side of the deal equally according to their investment.
Yeah.
If you do it any other way,
shady.
Well, one of those people's not going to be happy.
What if there's no contract?
I'm sorry, what if there's no contract?
Well,
then
we don't have
Walter
any...
Bat, are you listening?
Yeah, there hasn't been, like, honestly, did you sign and release, Dave?
Yes.
There's people who haven't signed, like.
Oh my God, dude.
Do we have to cut that out?
No, we're not going to cut it out, but you got to get when you're doing it, you got to sign a release.
No, I know. There were people who signed, but there are like a handful. But these are like my close friends. Like, all I got to do is I see them. So I just say, hey, sign this, and they're going to sign it. It's
You're
not
close friends right up until you get into a fist fight at the barbecue on Sunday. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
hey, it happens, dude.
I got to blur you out. Yeah. Get releases on everybody. Dude, I recorded Ed almost at his house to do a voiceover for the movie I'm doing.
Yeah.
I had to have him sign a release. Yeah. And that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
To go like, oh, by the way, I know you're doing this is for $0. Yeah. But would you mind?
And what did he tell you?
Sign? He said, okay.
Okay.
Of course he's going to say, okay. What are they going to do? Make him sign. But on the money side, I'm telling you, dude, everybody who puts in $1 should get their dollar back.
And then a percentage.
And 10%, you can decide. You can decide whatever that is, 5%, 10%.
Yeah, but they got to get something. So what's the point of even, you know what I mean?
It's called favored nations. So keep that same rule.
Yeah.
Dude, if it's a handshake deal, make sure that everybody who's on the money side is equally put together, unless you disclosed it ahead of time. Yeah. If you said, hey, look, you can give me the $2,000 or you can give me the $1,000, but you're going to get less than the first guy that put in the money. You might not get that you might not get that money. So why would you do it after the fact? Why would you change the deal on people after the fact?
I'm not changing anything. Robert's like scolding me right now.
I heard some things.
You heard something. Did you hear that from me though?
No.
But look, at the end of the day,
I saw you go, okay.
Well, no, I just didn't want to get into it Let's get into it.
Dude, we got to get into it right now. I didn't say that at the beginning of the show. We're going to get into this.
Yeah, no, listen, look, dude. People came through for me. I'm going to come through for them.
There's a code, right?
Yeah.
And the code is, if I put in $1, I should get the same amount of money that the other dude putting in $1 is going to get in return. And by the way, there may not be a return.
Yeah.
So who's the most honorable person in that room? There may not be money, but I'm going to give you what everyone else gets if it comes through.
But that's what's going to happen. This is my project. I put it together. Yes, I've got money from these people, but everybody's going to get 20% back on their money, because that was what we talked about in the first one. And then they're going to get a percentage of that 50% based on what they put in.
Right.
That's how it's going to go down.
I think it's got to.
And I fucking put a lot of my money, and I can't even.
Hey, by the way,
my Amex is shut down. I have no credit. All my credit cards are back.
By the way,
I need $10 for gas. Can you get me?
Yes,
I'm serious.
Yes, I will.
You still owe me for Good Life season 2.
By the way, that's not true. If you put in money, you calculate it, and you get the return just like everyone else does. It doesn't matter. If you want to say, hey, that's part of my side on the entertainment side, that's up to you. Yeah.
But I did. My wife brought it to my attention this morning when I called her, because my Citibank was shut off, and I said, "What?" And I saw the balance. I heard the balance, and I called her, and she said, "Yeah, well, you bought all those outfits for Lilo. You bought props and all
take them
that
back.
Stuff. I can't
return them, dude. Come on, see, you got a code. That's.
But maybe I just add up what I put in and put it on that end. I put it on the back end and say, look, I've probably put in close to $2,000.
You can do that. You can say first money out is the money I put in, and then everyone else.
She would be happy about that if I did that.
You can do that, and that would be a fair thing to do. But I just wanted to cover that because I think it's a valuable lesson. Everybody involved in it does whatever they do. I always tell directors, by the way, even if you're not making any money as a director, I said, you just got the best job on the movie.
Yeah,
you got the best title, the best job. You get all the credit. Yeah. Like, don't complain because you got a hard job. Yeah, you got a hard job. It's a tough job being a director because you got to do it all. You got to think about everything. It's tough. You got to put in. You got to give it all, and you probably don't get paid anything. Even if it pays off, you probably worked for $2 an hour.
Yeah, but it's the passion. It's what we love to do. I told you, if I could make what I make now, which isn't a lot, but if I could just make that and make movies, I'm happy.
Structure your deal properly. Make sure that
I'm going to come to you with this deal so
that deal is structured properly. Everyone will be happy in the end.
When are you jumping on board? That's what I want to know. We've been down this road for a long time now. You're going to wait.
He needs an editor.
Nichols, I am on board. Nichols, I am on board. We did this podcast, and because of the podcast,
I know I'm late for Joel C. High. I got to go be my music.
You know what? I'll be honest with you.
That's true. You are on board in a way.
That's right.
You are on board. Thank you, Robert.
Dude, you got plenty of time. 5 more minutes, and then we'll. Then
meeting Joel C. High.
Yeah.
Joel C. High.
But okay,
say, Davie Dave?
No. You know what? From this podcast, it sparked a flame, dude. And
no, it did.
It, like deep inside from even myself, like I was like, "Yo, you know what? This is inspiring." I told you the first time.
Yeah,
I think I DM'd you guys or texted you. I was like, "Yo, man,
thank you.
That was really good,
Thank
dude."
you.
Yeah.
And so here I am.
Yeah,
because
that's right,
of you guys.
Dave.
Because of this passion, it burns so burns
Dude,
so bright and so fast.
Unstoppable.
Yeah,
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, dude,
And because of this podcast, I found out Davie Dave's an actor.
Yeah.
That's
My
right.
man.
I didn't know either. When he came one day on set, and it was like,
Did he bring heat?
Davie Dave did bring some heat. No, he did. He did. Yeah. The thing of it is that he didn't have like a big part, but it like his character is you're going to see him and you're going to laugh your ass off what he does. But he has gravitas. Like when he's one of the bad guys and he's in his outfit and shit, and you look at his eyes, he's got it. Like on the monitor watching him, he looks legit, dude. He says that, he's got some lines and stuff like that. So it's
exciting to see you guys doing it. I've lived through the small movie, and it's not easy, but what I have also lived through is you do this small movie and you keep doing small movies, and eventually people get tired of you doing small movies. So structure your deal properly so that when you move to your next movie, people are like, you know what though? He did it right. Everything was on the up and up, and if it succeeds, I know that I'm taken care of according to how he's putting it together.
I got hit with, so you made that movie for $10,000? Yeah. How's it look? Good. You got Lila Brancato? Yeah. And Mario's producing? Yeah. I got a movie that you can make for $10,000. No, I'm not making your movie for $10,000, player. No.
Don't do it.
No way.
No.
10,000? No, not even that. That's it. That is the same shit. What am I talking about?
Well, I mean,
10 million.
But you have a great conversation now. You could say like, look, we did it for this. I can do it. It's been done. I don't want to do it like that anymore. I want to improve on all levels. I want to have more of a crew. And, you can only ask people to do stuff for not a lot, so many times.
Yeah.
Eventually, you got to start paying off a little bit. But I believe that we got to stay focused on what you have in front of you right now, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up cutting it. We'll be at the premiere, and we'll see what you do with this. But it's obvious that you're doing something great, because every step of the way, someone cool jumps on and makes it better, and jumps on and makes it even better. So, you've got a lot of good faith.
Yeah.
Make sure you handle your business properly.
Robert,
get your releases.
Yeah, I got to do that.
And get your financial people straightened so that no one goes like, wait, if he and I put the same, why are we not? You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what movie I saw? I saw the one about the guy who wrote A Weemaway from Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Oh, you saw that doc?
Yeah,
on Netflix.
Did you see it?
I did. Who was that about? It was
So they stole the hook from him.
They stole the hook from him and copy wrote it.
Oh,
wow!
Because there was no copyright on it, right? Because it was sort of a tribal thing, and it was a great documentary because a bunch of people got involved with suing Disney for the right to get back royalties. They won. Disney paid out and then gave them royalties after the fact.
It's the remastered series, The Lion's Share.
And who was the guy who wrote it? Does it say?
Solomon Linda.
That's right, Solomon Linda.
Yeah.
So Solomon Linda died. He never saw any of this, right?
Oh, yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
But anyway, they won. They got a big lump sum, and supposedly the story goes is that the family didn't get a whole lot because all the lawyers took their share.
Yeah, of course.
But it's weird that you can't get the information after. Like, how much did I get? Okay, you took all of it, but how much was the payout? They don't know. No one's ever told them.
That's messed up.
But there you go, man. Get your paperwork straight so you don't get into weird stuff.
The whole premise of Made in Mexico, which is the final title, by the way, the movie within the movie is called El Chingon Lives. But the movie, the main movie is Made in Mexico. It's about a guy who gets his script stolen. That's the whole thing. Like the guy worked his ass off.
Which we covered right here on Let's Get Into It.
So I'm not screwing over anybody.
All right, good. No, I didn't say you were. I just said get it straight. Last thing. The guy who's co-directing with you got into a car to get a ride to work.
Yeah. This is icy.
And the guy that he got a ride to work with was a fan of our podcast. And when he got in the car, and it's queued up to the part where we're talking about he didn't put up the money,
Yeah.
that he lost the money.
And I was angry. I was so
You're not
pissed.
happy.
I was not happy because I had Lilo on the hook. He read the script. He was in, but I needed to book his airfare. I needed to book his flight.
And then he
didn't
said,
have
I don't
his
got
fee.
it.
You were sad. You were sad for a couple of days, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, everything fell apart in
Devastating.
front of me. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was over.
like, it wasn't sunshines and rainbows. It
Right.
was,
but you guys worked it out. But it was
worked it
funny
out. We're all
because he
good.
came up to me the other day and was like, hey, man, I listened to the podcast. You know, it's Tootie. I can't believe you guys did that, talking about what happened. But
We didn't say his name though.
huh?
No, we didn't
his
say his
name.
name.
No, we didn't say his name.
The guy who
But
was
look at the
driving
credits in Made in Mexico.
It's funny because the guy who was driving him was a big fan of the podcast. I never would assume he would be a fan of the podcast, Manahano.
Yes.
And so he comes up and he was all bummed. He goes, dude, no podcast last week. What happened? I was shooting the movie. He's like, you better make it up this week. You better make it up. But he was he texted me, call me ASAP. And I was like, why is Manahano telling? So he told me the story. And I go, are you setting me up, Flair? He said, no, I swear to God, it was just so
It just
happened
happened to be on that episode.
He goes, I tried to turn it off, and he said, I go, well, what was your take? Like, what did he say? He goes, he was a little butthurt at first, but then he kind of thought about it, and I said, look, that was a few weeks back, and he kind of had a right to be upset, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then he kind of smirked, and he goes, yeah, but forget Tootie. He got more mad because I'd mentioned like another director that was interested, but I went with this guy. You know what I mean? He got him a little hurt about that.
The good news is it all worked out. And he's part of it. When I talked to him, he said, I appreciate that you mentioned, maybe I could put in some money so I can feel good about my side of it and stick to my original agreement.
Yeah.
And I said, cool. I go, I don't know, that's up to you guys, but that's nice that you'd be willing to do that because it make you feel a lot better. So, so that was funny. I just think it's fun that there's drama around this podcast that hardly anyone listens to.
That's not true. My mom listens to it.
Well,
She
I bet
loves
that
it.
director's listening now to see what's said in future episodes.
Yeah, man. Hat tip to you. You're part of this great project. So, it takes all kinds of situations to get something great done. And, that's just something that's now in the wake of this project. Everything worked out. He's still on it. He's co-directing.
Everything worked
and
out.
everything's going to be just fine. But, there are ups and downs in projects. And you were at the low point there and you ended up coming out. So congratulations. Thank you for being a special guest on Let's Get Into It.
Thank you.
We got into it.
We got Davie Dave in
We
the
got
house,
Davie
too.
Dave.
Hey, I
Thank you,
appreciate
Davie
you
Dave.
guys. Seriously,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Davie Dave's going to be doing. So I don't know what are we going to have some memes now? What's going to happen?
Every day.
Every day.
Follow
Yeah.
that.
Okay, how about every other day?
Yeah. Well, no,
You just got committed. You just,
No, Davie Dave is going to take over the Let's Get Into podcast, or in addition to,
Nice.
so he can help us out.
I still can't believe Tootie didn't cast me as Gringo number 3.
dude, why didn't you have Nichols?
You
in the movie?
could have been one of the white workers for the
Yeah,
Mexican.
No, you guys don't even know. Made in Mexico Part 2.
Hey.
Coming to you live from Cabo.
Well, thank you for listening today. We'll see you next week on Let's Get Into It.
There we go.
That was
Nice.
good.
Thanks, guys.